My receipt was pretty bad. It's a good thing I got paid that week. Hey guys, it's Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today's Scrappy Wednesday video, I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a scrapbooking Christmas haul because the past couple of times I've had to go out shopping, I went a little overboard. I've been making Christmas cards for about, I think, 4 years at this point, and I'm finally at the point where I have almost run completely out of embellishments. I have a bunch of scrap ribbon and scrap paper for cards still, but I'm running out of embellishments. So I was like, okay, it's time to go out shopping, go back to my scrapbook store, and also I made a stop at Michael's because they did have some stuff on sale too. So I thought, why not record a fun little haul showing you guys everything that I bought. I probably will. Oh wow, I really can't help but burp today. Anyway, I probably won't end up using a lot of this stuff this particular year just because I really want to be able to finish using up the things that I already have to make sure that I have absolutely nothing left. This stuff will probably be used for the scrapbook pages that I have to work on because I have to have more supplies for those bigger setups, but we'll see. You guys will find out in my 12 days of Christmas cards plan. Yes, that is what I was referring to in my last Scrappy Wednesday video. It's going to be starting on, I believe, December 14th. I just tried to count 12 days up to actual Christmas Day, so there will be a new video every day up to December 25th. In between those, they'll still be doing Scrappy Wednesday videos, so there's going to be a lot of content in your inbox. So if you're excited to see all the scrapbooking goodness, please click that notification bell and click subscribe if you're interested. With all that set aside, let's start with the first stuff from Michael's. My first thing that I really definitely needed was more poinsettias. Is that how you say them? I think. I have a fourth one here too. So I actually ended up getting 2 packets of the white just because they didn't have 2 types of white that I really liked, and just 2 different types of red. So these ones, I really like the gold outline on some of them, and then this one's just like plain red, so it'll go more for the darker reds that I have for this guy, and then like the brighter reds, because I have 2 different types of reds in my scrapbook collection of Christmas things, so I think these will be really good. They ended up being $4 each regular price, but I think they were on for 40% off or something like that. I didn't realize they were on sale until I walked through the till, but I was just like, ooh, nab mine. I think they were 40% off. I have to go grab my receipt, but honestly, I'm too lazy to do that, and I'm in the middle of filming, so we're just gonna move on to the next thing. And then down the aisles on all the edges, they don't seem, at least at Michael's, they don't seem to have a whole entire one section for Christmas scrapbooking stuff anymore, which kind of sucks because then you have to go around the entire store just to find some Christmas embellishments, but I think that's just their tactic to make you buy more stuff. So I ended up getting a little bit more poinsettias, which I was actually quite surprised to find these ones because even though they're a little bit plain, they have a very similar look to the Prima marketing ones that I will show you in the next section of this haul because I love Prima. Very fancy stuff. But yeah, I was very pleased that I ended up finding these. They were only $5 for like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I could have just looked on the sheet. It actually says how many pieces there are. For 10 flowers, so that's pretty good actually. And then the next one, a bunch of stickers. There's 2 of each thing. There's one that says Merry Christmas, there's Santa, and the Santa head. They have like the cutest drawings, especially these reindeer. Oh my god, I can't wait to start playing with those ones. Those are so pretty. I love the design on this one, which is honestly kind of surprising. Recollections has amped up their game this year because usually they only sell kind of like really childish looking ones, not like fancy pretty, like looks like someone painted it with a watercolor brush, which is like my favorite kind of design. But really they have a whole bunch of watercolor designed looking soft things on here, and I love it. And the ones that come in big packs like this, there's 24 pieces in here, but you get a way bigger bang for your buck. You can make multiple different types of cards with just the stickers, and it's just way cheaper, to be honest. And the next group packaging thing, a bunch of Santa heads, and I like that they added little pom-poms. I might actually steal that idea for the other Santa stickers that I have in my collection, because I have a lot of pom-poms that are just like on a separate string that I just like cut off. So this is actually a pretty good idea, so I'm probably gonna steal that for like my own DIY thing. But that's another little scrapbooking hack that I will probably end up doing a video on in the future, like maybe like top 5 tips on how to scrapbook on a budget, because scrapbooking can be very expensive. The only reason I have so much stuff is because it's like accumulated over the past like 5 years, and I've like used broken pieces and extra ribbon and stuff from like packaging of other things to reuse for this stuff. So anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. I don't want to put away all those tips until I make a video about it. Next one is a bunch of little cardinals. Again, so cute. They have like those 2-layer things, so it looks a little bit more two-dimensional. And I can't quite tell in the packaging, but it looks like they have a little bit of that lifting tape to make it look like a bit more 3D in between each layer. So I really like that look. More little stickers. This time these are a little bit thicker cardboard ones, and they have like little Christmas trees with little bows. I love doing these little bows, but oh man, they're really hard to do on your own. So I try to avoid doing them on my own, so I'll just like buy the packets like this. I had a similar one, I think I bought it 2 years ago, and I actually will show you because I have one of the cards behind me from last year. I bought the embellishments like the year before, but then I ended up using it last year. So it has the same similar, oh actually I'll just bring it up so you can actually see. It has a similar thing, so I'm probably going to do a similar style to this in one of my 12 Days of Christmas cards and use these instead. So yeah, another really good way to make your cards look different but also have a similar theme so they're faster to make. Alright, so that's it for recollections. Let's move on to My Mind's Eye Yuletide. Yes. So this one, My Mind's Eye is actually my second favorite scrapbooking line. It can be a hit or miss. Most of the time it's a hit for me just because they do kind of do similar fancier looks like Prima Marketing does, but Prima Marketing is very soft fancy. My Mind's Eye is very contrasty, harsh lines fancy, if that makes sense. So I got a fair amount. I think I got almost every single type of paper from the Yuletide line, but don't quote me on that. I got the majority of it. And just one sticker sheet from Yuletide because their sticker sheets are expensive. Like this one was $7.25, and there are no discounts at that scrapbook store. Shoo! I spent more on the traditional scrapbooking lines, but that's okay. So we're starting with a sticker sheet. This one mostly just has a bunch of flag-looking ones, but I wanted to have at least one sticker sheet that matches the line because it's way easier to coordinate them together. It's like when I'm doing cards, it's easy to do a bunch of different scrapbooking scraps because it's such a small layout, but when you're doing a whole scrapbook legit page for an album, it's just faster when you have like the whole lines stuff to match. I mentioned this in my baby cards video with when you're starting scrapbooking and you're going with the traditional lines first before recollections. They have double sides. So this one, a cute little type of bird that I don't know what it's called, but this page, because it has such blank area, this is like a perfect page to use as the original backdrop for your scrapbook page. And then on the back has just a bunch of calligraphy, and on it actually said, oh, is it singing the lyrics? Come on. Yeah, it's totally singing the lyrics of some Christmas song, I don't know. But it's pretty and I like it, and we're gonna move on. The next one is a bunch of mistletoe, and it has a lot of glittery little dots, and I hopefully can have you guys see it on the close-ups that I'll insert here. But this is another page that I would use as like the backdrop because the mistletoe is so big, and if I cut it into a smaller page, you probably miss the entire bit of the mistletoe. And on the back of it, it's just standard plaid. This I would use on the multiple layers to like frame the photo. So I usually get 2 of each paper because I like each side and you want to be able to have like your options. But if not, then at least you have like the 2 sides for like smaller projects. So in a way you will kind of are saving money, but at the same time you're not. It's a, like I said, scrapbook is expensive. Next one is just a plain dark Christmas red, but if you look closer you can tell that all of the sparkle dots behind it are a very fainted darker red of snowflakes. I liked how basic that looked. Then on this one, another collage of a basic page. It's very vintagey looking, has a lot of reindeer and traditional sleigh, but it's not like Santa and his sleigh. It's like, no, it looks like it's from like the 1920s. It's very vintage looking, but I really like how it looks. New page, bunch of sparkles with circles, and inside each circle it's actually looks like there's a bit of French lettering. You can't really tell exactly what it's saying, but it's enough of French lettering that you can just like tell like, yes, this is French. And then on the back it's a bunch of Santa again, so another background page. So I don't think I got doubles of this one. No, I didn't. Yeah, it's just basic quick. Another one's stripey. I really like this one, but I will warn you, when you get papers that have sparkles like this that are so thick, you're definitely gonna have to use fabric tack, because if you try to use like regular glue sticks like from the dollar store, which most people usually start off with before they get really into scrapbooking, at least that's what I started with, it doesn't stick properly. So you just gotta make sure you have the right glue if you're gonna get papers like this. And then a basic, very plain page with some evergreens. Has no sparkles on it, just very nice and simple. That's it for Yuletide. I think I waited too long, it's a bit cold now. Oh well. Alright, next collection is from Pink Paisley. It's actually quite a new scrapbooking line. It says that it's been existing since 2008. So I mean, 10 years is a fair amount of time, but it's still a lot newer than some of these other ones. So Pink Paisley's Together for Christmas line. Very basic looking ones, not quite as fancy as Yuletide, but I don't know, something about it I just really, really liked. The first page has another type of plaid. I like this as background paper again. Same with this guy, so I think I only got one paper of this guy. And the next guy is the vellum, which I kind of made the mistake of buying this because even though it is super pretty, it only has one piece, which really sucks. Normally on the other vellum pages I've bought in the past have at least like 4 or 5 pages in it for the same price that I spent. And I think, oh, okay, there's the rest of the back. This was $3 for one sheet. Not my best choice, but it's just so pretty. Look at that sparkle, it's so pretty. But the thing with vellum is that I have not figured out for the longest time until just recently how to glue it onto my papers without being able to see the glue, because this paper is very, like, I'll take it out so I can show you. So you can see with vellum, it's almost completely see-through, and this one's a little bit more thick than the other vellums that I've bought, but you can see it does have a see-through texture, like you can probably see my hand on camera. You have to use the spray bottle, kind of like a spray, like a hairspray type of spray, but for glue, obviously, to get on the back so that when you glue it onto a paper, you can't see like the glue marks, because I tried using fabric tack on just like the end corners and you could totally see like the little squish of the fabric tack, so you have to use spray glue. Pretty sure I got mine at Michael's or was the scrapbook store, but I will show it. Well, I probably don't need to show it. I'll just put a link to it in the description if you're interested in buying it. But I'm sure you can find it at practically any craft store. So yeah, that's the thing with vellum. Sucks it only came in one sheet, but I mean, I'll just be really, really picky with how I use it. And vellum sheets are great to layer over cardstock that are just like plain paper, so you can change up the background. I'll probably put it over top like over red cardstock just because of the gold. But we'll see. The next sheet from this line is the same type of pattern snowflakes, but instead on like dark blue, so it just looks like a standard sky. And it doesn't have any sparkles on it, but it's a very pretty basic backdrop. So I got 2 pages of it because I liked both sides, so I just wanted to be able to have more of that. And this side, it has a bunch of little reindeer. They're so cute on here with the same type of snowflake pattern, but it's like a super light blue, almost greeny. It's like that in between green and bluish. Very pretty. Love this one. Next one, I also got 2 sheets of it, and remember, are you guys keeping track? Each page is $1.45, and I've already showed you so many. My receipt was pretty bad. It's a good thing I got paid that week. So this one, it's another plaid sheet, nice and green and dark blues, and then the opposite side is a bunch of constellations, which I thought was actually kind of surprising that they put into this line, because you wouldn't think constellations would immediately make you think of Christmas, but when you place it with the rest of this line, it totally works. So I got 2 sheets of that. My last one, I kind of regret not getting more than one, but I'll make a stop back at this new scrapbook store in my town. I drove past it like last week and I was like, oh my god, they finally opened another scrapbook store in my town. Now I don't have to go into the city, which made me super excited. And I went in there just to like browse, and they had all of my favorite lines. Like it looked exactly, well, okay, not exactly, it was a lot bigger, but the similar layout as the original scrapbook store that I worked at back in 2014 before they closed down. So I was super excited about that. But this sheet, getting back to the paper, this sheet has very very watercolored drawings of poinsettias. And see, this is the kind of look that I like to do on my cards, so that's why I ended up buying so many poinsettias as an example. I'll throw a cover on like one of my favorite cards that I did with a poinsettia. I gave it to Trisha, I believe, last year. Love that paper. I can't wait to recreate that card a couple of times with the new ones that I got, but I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, so I like the watercolors design of that, so I'm definitely gonna pick up a second sheet of this, and then it's just a basic stripe. So at least if I have the second paper, I can use more of this side and then have extra for this. Oh, shit! I just realized this last sheet's not part of the pink paisley line. I actually just finished that with the plaid. It was accidentally in the same pile, whoops. This one is from Heidi Swapp, and it's the Winter Wonderland collection. So this is actually not the only sheet from this line that I got, but I only got one of this particular sheet. So this one is the last 2 pages I got from the Heidi Swapp, and since it's been a couple weeks since I got this, I accidentally left this on the floor and it got ripped, which I was super sad about. It's just right there, so at least it's like small enough that I can work around it probably, but I'll probably just go back to the scrapbook store and get a third. But nice cute polka dots aside from the rip, and then just candy cane looking stripes on both sides. I like the colors of it, even though they're both really plain looking ones. I knew I would use these type of sheets as under layers when I have less of this paper from doing big scrapbook pages, so I thought it was a good investment to get into 2 sheets. But now I need a third one because of that damn rip. Alright, so now we're moving on to, oh, there's, I'm probably super close up. There's one more sheet that I forgot to bring down, so we're gonna pause this 1 sec. Okay, so I'm back with the last pages that I forgot to bring down, but since it is Prima market, I don't want to show you yet. Since it is Prima marketing and Prima marketing is my favorite, we're going to save it for last. So we're gonna go with the second last one, second last line before I show you Primas. So coming back to my high chair. So this next line is actually the only wintry wonderlandy, wow, I can't say words today. This is my only winter wonderland one that I ended up buying because when I did go out, it was the first week of them releasing new Christmas paper. So I'm probably gonna stop by the new store to see if they have any others that are winter wonderland, because I love doing those cards, and like half the people that I make cards for want winter wonderland theme, not like the traditional Christmas color ones. So I need to find more. Until then, I was only able to find Kaiser Crafts. Is it called this? Nope, it's just a quote at the bottom. So this line from Kaiser Craft is called the Let It Snow collection. So these sheets were a little bit more expensive, which is kind of surprising because they're not as thick as the other ones and they're cheaper, so I don't really understand that logic. But regardless, first one is just a bunch of glittery stuff that makes it look like snow, and it's a nice background page. And then on the opposite end is actually my more preferred side. I like all the iridescent silvery snowflakes and stars that look like they're falling from like a marble-ish, almost wooden backdrop. And on every sheet of paper in this line, it has a bottom part where you would normally cut off to be able to fit the scrapbook page. It has some quote from, you know, some Christmassy quote. So this one says, "Believe in the magic of the season." So I'll probably save those little things because normally I cut them off and then you just usually discard them. Depending on the line, they can have decorations on those little things, so I suggest keeping them, but only if they have enough of decorations so you can actually reuse it. But then again, I do reuse like practically as much paper as I possibly can from these things because I'm broke, so you gotta use what you got. Next page. This one, a bunch of trees with this more sparkling, looking like it's about to snow. And this one on this side says, "All is calm, all is bright." And on the back side, if you look at it a certain way, it's so iridescent that it's kind of blinding to the eyes. I don't know if my ring light's gonna make it blinding for you guys, but it's just a bunch of stripes that looks kind of like tree bark. More stars, simple, nice little backdrop of a page. I think I only got 1 sheet of this one too. I like this page, but at the same time, it's like a little bit too blue for me. I would have actually preferred if this stuff over here was more silvery than this more, what's the word, minty blue. But I probably won't use this side as much. I'll probably use more of like this because I love this shade of blue. I'll probably just like cut around those and not use this entire sheet for a backdrop page. Next one is more iridescent type of, I don't even know what kind to call this pattern because it definitely doesn't look like a snowflake. As this page, very iridescent, probably going to be more layering types of paper. I really like this page. This will make a really good backdrop page. I'll probably use this page for when I do January's month for my friend's babies album, which is going to be a series of videos on this channel in the new year, so be prepared for that. Next one, so more trees. I actually prefer this one over the other tree paper. It's just not as harsh lines, and I like how it just looks like someone sprinkled glitter in the shape of a tree. And then this side, again, I'm not a huge fan of this type of blue, so I really only got the sheet for this side, but I'm sure if when I come across like little itsy bitsy things of this, it'll look nice as like a layering page instead of like a whole backdrop, because it's a little too intense of a blue for a backdrop in my opinion. Last page, so more Christmas trees. I like the simplicity of this page, so I might actually use this as a backdrop one. but we shall see. And then flip over to a more minute version of that other one that I was telling you I didn't really like. This one I could see myself using as a backdrop page for a whole scrapbook. But again, we'll see what my mood is like when I eventually get to that page in the baby album. All right, so that's it for Kaiser Craft. And now we are on our last line. Woo! So of course we saved the best for last. This line was so freaking pretty that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend that little extra dough because I'm gonna use this paper forever and get the giant paper pad. This one has 24 sheets, 6 double-sided designs, 4 sheets each, which again, behemoth. It cost $36.25. I would only suggest buying big paper pads like this if you were like in love with the line, because I did the math. I didn't really do the math. I guesstimated if I bought each type of paper of just like two sides like I did with some of these others, of every single paper in this line, compared to just buying the paper pad, I probably would have spent an extra like $15, $20. So I was like, you know what? Just jump the gun and just get the whole paper pad. And it is beautiful. Like, oh my God. It's so pretty. I can't wait to craft with this paper. And even the red plaid, like, I gotta use that for Patricia's pages for her kid. She's in love with this plaid, so it'll be perfect for her. So yeah, that's it for the paper pad. Some of the embellishments, they're actually, I don't know if they just decided to come out with more later or not, but when I did get that paper pad, that was the only paper pad they had left. And that line was selling out really fast when I came in, which is crazy because it literally only just came out like maybe a week before I showed up to that store. There was only this one sticker sheet that was with this line, which I was super sad about. So I don't know if there's actually more and they just sold out, or if this was it. If this was it, I'm thoroughly disappointed with you, Prima Marketing. What are you doing? But they're little like puffy stickers, and I think they'll be good for more Christmas cards, but because I like this line so much, those Christmas cards will be ones that'll just get displayed in my house like these ones did. I was gonna get rid of these ones last year when I did make them, but then my mom was like, no, I like them too much, don't get rid of them, I want them in the house. Prima Marketing ones will stay in the house. The other ones can go to other people. Next bit of stuff from Prima. It doesn't necessarily from this Christmas in the Country line, but it still would go with it since Prima tries to make, at least I think that's what they're trying to aim to do. Their stuff could go with other of their lines. So lots of poinsettias, got some white poinsettias. Very cute. A couple small ones, a couple big ones, like the variety. Some more sparkly red ones. To be fair though, I did get these before I went to Michael's and saw that they were cheaper, so I'll probably cherish these a lot longer. Sometimes I have that problem where it's like I'll buy something and then I'll like it so much that I'm scared to use it because I'm like, I don't want to wreck it, I don't want to not have the option of using it, and then I end up never using it, which is completely not the point of this. But I don't know, are you guys like that with crafting supplies? Or I guess makeup or anything that you particularly really like, that if you use it once you can't use it anymore and you just don't want to use it because it's so nice? I don't know. Maybe it's just me and maybe I'm just being crazy. Let me know down below. But the next Prima flowers that I got come with some roses, more poinsettias, greenery. I need to get more things that have more greenery because sometimes I get too many flowers and then I don't have enough stuff to like underlay it with. So I think I'm probably gonna invest in that soon. But I like that it has a plaid poinsettia as well, so again, that'll be perfect for Trisha's plaid themed page. But yeah, okay, I think that's it. Oh, no, there's one more thing, sorry. This was a surprise find. I don't know when I'll use it. I don't know even if I'll ever use it, but I had to buy it. It is a Nightmare Before Christmas die cutout. By the very end of the movie, when Jack tells Sally that he likes her too, and they kiss, and it's the most beautiful moment. I'm probably gonna use this quote. Oh, my alarm's going off. You ruined the moment, alarm! Okay, I'm back. So, I hope that didn't crack it more. My iPod just dropped. Nope, we're good. This was, like I said, surprise find. It's a little die cutout. Don't know when I'll use it, honestly, but I liked it anyway. Maybe I'll use it in my eventual wedding album because I definitely plan on using that "simply meant to be" quote at some point in my wedding. I don't know where it'll be, but it'll be somewhere and it'll be perfect. So yeah, that's all I ended up getting. Yeah, I'm gonna restrain myself from buying more, except for that new paper, like I still do because of the rip and I need a second sheet of that one. But other than that, I really need to restrain myself because I went way more overboard than I was expecting. So with that, wraps up today's Scrappy Wednesday video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope maybe you learned a bit more about the types of lines that are available if you're thinking about getting into this hobby. This is actually my first attempt at doing a haul type of video, and I don't know if you guys enjoyed it or not. I mean, it was fun going through my stuff and showing it off, so okay, I don't want to say showing it off, just showing you everything that I bought, because I got really excited being able to scrapbook shop again. But yeah, if you guys enjoy haul videos, I can do more on this channel. Maybe I'll do some showing of my other scrapbooking goods. Just let me know what you'd like to see and down in the comments below. And with that, I will say goodbye, and I will see you guys definitely next Scrappy Wednesday, or if the 12 Days of Christmas cards come first. I can't really think it off the top of my head, but regardless, for sure, I will definitely see you guys next Scrappy Wednesday. Bye!